MQ-9 program office established an electrical safety improvement program that produced a kit containing a direct-drive brushless alternator, an electrical generator, that serves as a backup alternator to provide up to 10 additional hours of flight time if the aircraft's starter generator fails. The General Atomics-built MQ-9 Block 5 features a new high-capacity starter generator and a backup generator in addition to battery backup for flight control and other onboard systems. The Block 5 aircraft charge batteries in flight, said Curtis, a captain with the 6th Attack Squadron, one of 3 RPA training squadrons assigned to the 49th Wing at Holloman AFB. During a recent media visit there, airmen with RPA squadrons taped over their last names for security reasons. There was a deficiency with the Block 1 aircraft, for which they did temporary fixes, but this essentially has a generator or an alternator that recharges your batteries in flight, he explained. Now your batteries stay fully charged throughout the duration of the mission. In late June, Creech AFB in Nevada announced that the Block 5 Reaper had flown its first successful combat mission on June 23 in support of Operation Inherent Resolve in Iraq and Syria, a 16-hour sortie that included firing 2 AGM-114 Hellfire missiles and a single GBU-38 Joint Direct Attack munition. The first of the latest model MQ-9s had arrived in late February at Creech AFB, from where the 432nd Wing operates strike and intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance missions in support of overseas contingency operations. They received additional modifications to include battery cables and enhanced generator control units, then in May were flown locally to test their airworthiness after the modifications. By late May, the RPAs were packaged and shipped to the area of responsibility.
You grabbing these?
Whichever way you pick it up first, we'll go on that side.
Holloman AFB took over from Creech AFB as the RPA formal training unit in 2010, airmen said. Holloman AFB had ramped up since the Air Force assigned priority status to recruiting and retaining RPA crew in 2015. This year, the base will graduate 350 pilots and 350 sensor operators, about 40% more than last year, airmen said. The reason for that growth is the fact that the MQ-9 is right now the most requested air asset in combat around the world, said Ryan, a captain with the 29th Attack Squadron. The MQ-9 had really transformed how we fight the war on terror and how we conduct counterinsurgency operations. It's provided a lot of unique capabilities that other aircraft in our arsenal didn't have. That's what has fueled that demand. There are 14 ground stations at the Holloman AFB contained in air-conditioned trailers, 9 Block 15s and 5 Block 30s, with the latter capable of displaying the high-definition video now available from the MQ-9 Block 5 aircraft. There are also 9 simulators that serve as GCS mock-ups for training. On any given day there are 10 Reapers airborne, each flying from 6 to 14 hours based on training requirements. One Reaper crashed near the base on May 2nd, the 49th Wing announced at the time. MQ-9's flight altitudes upon July 26. The 49th wing of the Holloman AFB said it was in the process of transitioning from the MQ-9 Block 1 to the Block 5 version and from a Block 15 ground control station, GCS, to the newer Block 30 in order to train new RPA pilots and sensor operators. The 6th Attack Squadron received the Block 5 Reaper in June and flew it for the first time in July, according to airmen at the base in the high desert of New Mexico. The Wing's 9th and 29th Attack Squadrons still use the Block 1 Reaper. And what he thinks is a misconception that Air Force RPA operators are miserable in their jobs. I think the majority of our community loves her job and loves the mission that we do, he told Ann. Here at Holloman, the ops tempo and lifestyle are really great. On the operational side, depending on the time of year and when people are on leave and as things ebb and flow with people separating from the Air Force, it can be tiring. You're flying 7 or 8 hours a day, 5 or 6 days a week. I'd say that's the single biggest factor we need to work on, and that's why we plus up the production here, to keep those crews out there.